Hamzamo familia, welcome to the Black of Financial Application. I do hope that you are doing fantastic on the 21st day of the last month of July, the year 2021. And we have had a bit of a change with the other computer. My other computer is broken, but I am working on fixing it purposely, which I'll be streaming live on these other different plans. Welcome, Red. Please with us. And the emoji, you see that the red one, the green emoji, and also the thumbs up and the strong emoji as well. And sisters, Stacy Thomas is saying Jambo, Black Star family, Jambo to duty. I hope that you are doing well, and I hope that you can also get to hear me clear. If not, please do let me know. There's a bit of a switch with the normal computer that you get to use. And now I'm using this particular it's facing directly to the light. I was going to just like having a bit of a problem with that as well. But nonetheless, welcome so much. In Swahili, we do normally say karibuni sana. Karibu simply means you are very, very much welcome in Swahili. And in case you join us for the very first time, this is another broadcast where we get discuss different issues affecting us other Black people globally, with the aim of really, striving our solution and also bringing our people together around these critical matters and seeing how we can get to some out or how we can get to overcome as a Black people globally. Because if you say you mentioned this stuff and are divided through thought, I hope that everyone is doing well. And yesterday we had an interesting show. We were discussing different issues. One of them has to do with the spying that is going around, and some of the individuals that were mentioned in that particular report have included the president. You Senator having sound in the background, and your voice is off. Let me see if I can fix it. I'm using a different computer. That's probably why it is that problem. Let me see what I can do. One, two. Can you, if you can hear me now, please do let me know. If you can hear me a bit better now, please do let me know. There's always a bit of a problem when I do change from the normal computer to this one. But if you can hear me clear, please do let me know. This is one, and we shall proceed from there. There was a bit of a humming sound. I understand in the background, and the voice was low. But I'm trying to be audible. I have changed a little bit. Let me know if you can hear me clear now. And we shall proceed. Keith, how are you doing? Can you hear me?
I can hear you got like a weird sound in the background. What's going? Is that because of the computer?
Yeah, let me see if I can.
I don't hear it now.
Oh, it's there now.
Yeah, I don't hear it now. I first heard it. I first came on that weird ass, chicka 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 chicka. I thought your mom was coming down there to punish you or something. Spikes, you no good dirty bastard. What are you doing? What are you doing working for the diaspora?
No, I think it's a problem with the sound. There's also a playback. There's also an echo on my end. Let me see if I can fix it as well. But thank you so much for joining us and also giving us a wonderful platform where we can come together and of course share our minds and also seek to unify our people as well as also deliberate on matters that are happening right now and even in the past. Sister Nishbera, thank you so much for joining us. This is Amani family. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. And that is what it is. We do hope that you are doing well in Seattle and also the wonderful speaker space in Tallahassee, Florida. I do hope that you are doing okay. And Dr. Dred, I do not know if Dr. Dred is joining us for the first time. I'm really not sure what is going on with that. When I was younger and I used to go to church, there was this particular time when the preacher used to say, in case you're joining us for the very first time, you can stand or raise your hand. And when you do raise your hand, there was a whole lot of thing going on with. I don't know what was a welcoming thing that was going on. But nonetheless, right here, we just feel right comfortable, and you are in the right place, joining us on the Black Rock Financial I would like to add just to visit the Black Rock Financial website. It's www.blackrockfinancial.com. Once you are on the website, please feel free to create your own profile on the network website because once you do, you will be able to interact with the rest of the family on the show page. And of course, you can also get to interact on the community page where you can get to discuss some other happening because the conversation goes on even right after this particular broadcast. And the conversation does not end with the broadcast. We continue conversing even after the shows. Nonetheless, I wanted to draw to our attention something that did happen. We had talked about Bismarck, and that was 2 weeks, about 2 weeks ago, maybe about 2 weeks ago. And there was some false alarm where someone had put out the info saying that he had passed on. But it seems like the energy got to him. It seems like the negative energy really got to him. And with all these people saying, oh, Bismarck is dead, and people really wishing him bad in that particular way, it is now reported, or it is now confirmed, that he has passed on at the age of 57. And rest in peace to the artist. Of course, we were talking about it last week, part one. That was last week, part one. And he was saying that it was just a rumor. But he was in hospital. His family had said that the rumor had broken out from, I believe, nowhere. People were just saying, oh, Bismarck is dead. But I do believe the energy has hit him. And right now, he did actually pass on for real. This is not just a rumor. It actually did pass on, and his family and his representative also confirmed about the same. And he has said the family has said that they have received a lot of support from the likes of, from fellow artists, the likes of Fat Joe. They are saying that the whole time when Bismarck was dead, Fat Joe used to call on the family, and he was checking on how Bismarck was doing, and also his progress recovering in hospital. But eventually he did succumb, and he did die. Our family source was telling TMZ, of course, that Biz passed away in Baltimore Hospital at 6:05 p.m. on Friday. We told his wife Talahal held his hand and took his last breath, and the nursing staff was there to support his family, telling him how strong he was through the fight. And I read for Biz was also saying that they were grateful for the many calls and prayers of support that were received during the difficult time. This put a legacy of history that will forever be celebrated by his industry peers and his beloved fans whose lives he was able to touch through music. And he was hospitalized last summer for an ailment. His representative said he was related to his type 2 diabetes at the time, and he was receiving the best care according to these reports that have been given. He was suffering from diabetes, type 2 diabetes, I understand, and he eventually did succumb to the ailment. And he is normal. But like you had, fellow artists were giving him lots of support. For example, Fat Joe, has been said that Fat Joe was calling in on the family and had taken how the progress was for this month.
It's a million. It's Spikes that got that chicken going. I hear the chicken. I don't know what the hell it goes.
Let me see if I can change again. Let me see if I can fix it.
Sure.
What's going on? Let me see if I can fix it.
There's something with the wire connected with that computer.
Okay, let me see what's going on.
You know, it's the same chicken we get back in the day when it was ticky. I don't know what that shit be.
Yes, this computer, wherever I switch on this computer, there's always that challenge. Let me see if I fix it.
Oh, so that problem when we switched to that computer.
Can you hear me now? I do believe maybe it might be
Oh,
better
because
now.
I hear you. It's not a problem hearing you. It just hear all the interference with you. It's not a problem with I hear you. Just hear all the interference. Ticky.
Let me see.
You got a lot of interference with you.
I was thinking about the demise of Bismarck, and he is no more. He actually did succumb, and he was said to have suffered from diabetes type 2 diabetes, and he has passed on at the age of 57. And of course, the family has been receiving messages of condolences.
I can't understand nothing you said, Spike. I hear you. It sounds muffled, and you got that chicken. Ticky. Can you guys understand Spike? Y'all let me know in the chat room. Can y'all understand Spike? Can y'all hear him? Can y'all hear him clearly? Right. Go ahead.
I do see Sister Stacy Thomas are saying there's the same thing my challenge with my end. I'm trying to change the settings on my sounds like a loose connection. I asked her to sound in a plug in all the way. Give me a second, let me see that it's
Your voice is terrible. You got chicken noises.
let me see if
It's like you're sitting in a closet somewhere.
uh,
All right, clicking. Okay, that stopped it. Oh, you left. That was. So what's going on, family? Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's doing okay. Yeah, the other computer had broke, so I had to send it out to get fixed. I got to purchase a new one over there in Nairobi. And I don't know, Spike don't never use that one. He'll never cook that up right. So, yeah, he never uses that one, so it's always down. So,
this one has a bit of a problem. I don't know if you can hear me now. If you can hear me, please do let me know.
I can hear you. We can hear you. Just that you got that chicken noise. I don't know where that chicken noise comes from. Can you hear it, Spike? Can you hear it?
I can't hear it on my end. That's the problem.
Damn. See, exactly. Yeah. So you don't know exactly. You know if it's clear or not. So you probably got to wait. It might come from non-usage. I don't know what it's doing. Now I hear myself echoing in the background. But
go on.
It might come from non-usage. It'll never be used. It's not a problem where we can hear you, Spike. You just got there's interference.
Okay.
Interference that goes tick 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 constantly going tick 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 tick.
Sister Nish calls it Afrobeat. It's not the Afrobeat.
What the hell? Like he's got a ghost in the machine. Tick 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 tick.
Let me try one more thing here. See what might be the problem.
Got tighten up the damn connection. Something. That's what we got confused. You get those. We don't got a bunch of use that we haven't been using. I don't know. And I'm not there to set it up. It sounds terrible. Jigga, 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 jigga. I don't want to be mean, but that shit's annoying the hell out of me. It's all in my ear. Jigga, 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 jigga. Like, what the hell's going on? Oh, man. And I don't know what he set the show up about. I don't got a clue. Come back and deal with this noise. Jigga, 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 jigga. What the hell is going on? If I can come back, hopefully everybody. All right. Yeah. What's been going on, everybody? What's the news? What's the news out here? What's happening? Ain't been following none of the news. So I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah. You guys inform me what's going on. I was in Miami the last couple of days. Too busy knocking out Cubans. Guys, let me know what's going on. What's happening on the ground. Hope I'm not going to bed. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay or not. But, you know, like I said, hopefully the website and everything can be set up so we can actually do real journalism again. You know, the world's going back into it. You're going to go into another lockdown because this fake you-know-what. There's a global agenda that we're not allowed to talk about because all the social media is owned and paid for, right? So, and we got to do some real connecting of the dots of what's actually going on the planet and what's coming down the pipe. I've been warning people for 5 years. And I hope you got yourself together of what's going on. All right. You guys see me all right? All right. As you see, they locking down Canada once again. I'm going to let them hang down. So, shout out to everybody in Canada. Hope you stay safe. To our brothers and sisters up there in the Northern Territories. But, you know, you got real tyranny going on the planet right now. And you got an awakening upcoming. Actually, an awakening happening right now that your ancestors talked about. And shout out to Chef over talking about the elders. Listen here, black people. As black people all over the globe, we're taught to be respectable. And shout out to Dr. Mumbikin. I looked at it. The elders, I hate to say, the elders at African society have been fucked up. We're going to keep it real, rugged, and raw, and honest. Elders, that's in America. The baby boomers are the ones who put, and on the African continent, for 2 and 3 generations, they're the ones subjected you to the fake white Jesus here and on the continent. They're the ones subjugated themselves to white people. And just like Shepard was talking about yesterday, how the South Africans afraid of sanctions. Why would you be afraid of sanctions when you don't got shit anyway? You don't have anything. You don't have anything. And so I will give Dr. Mumby a shout out again in Kenya. The elder class has been worthless in African society. That's just a fact. And I sadly hurt your feelings. Most of your elders have been worthless. You know, it's not my fault. I'm just going to be the bearer of bad news. You know, you can hate me to tell you the truth. You can hate me if I tell you the truth, that your ancestors were fed lies, that your elders were fed lies, and they gave you lies. I grew up with lies. People all grown up with lies. We know that's a fact. I mean, I don't want to throw all the elders on the bus, but the majority of African elders have been worthless. Worthless. And that's on and off the continent. And that's just a fact. Okay, see Spike can come in now. Come on, Spike. All right, Spike. Good God. What you do? You made it even worse. How did you manage to come back and make it more fucked up, Spike? That's the kind of magic trick. We're going to just use that. We're just going to deal with it like that. Hell. It'll be all right.
Yeah, this is a problem.
We got the other computer getting fixed, and we buying another one anyway. So we'll just deal with this. It's probably an elder who built that computer Spike is on. Probably an African elder who built that shit.
I don't know about the elders making computers are here. I'm not sure about the elders are making computers here. Is the volume any better? Because the volume was also low. Is the volume any better?
The volume's high. It's just the horrible ticking noise. We can hear you clearly. The volume's okay, Spike. It's just the ticking noise. It's not your volume. Your volume's okay. We hear you. It's just as you're talking, you hear this tick, 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 tick. It's like you got a time bomb. It's like you're a Muslim terrorist trying to get your 39 virgins, Spike.
Maybe there's a vote.
Spike is now Muslim and he's got a bomb because there was a holiday in Kenya. Damn all you African Christians, I'm gonna blow you up because I didn't get my virgin.
Maybe there's a road somewhere in these countries. I don't know exactly, but it's always like
See, when you
that.
move that guy, there's some kind of wiring going on with. I don't know what it's hooked up to. It's definitely within the. It's definitely in the wiring. So I don't know.
And I don't know. I'm just
And
trying to
Spike,
see.
I got the show yesterday. Spike's trying to be all. You guys trying to be all diplomatic to the Muslims. I don't really know nothing about the Muslims. I want to give them great praise. Fuck all
I
that.
didn't I didn't know what I didn't know
The
what
religion is a damn lie. Just like the Christians. We can't be giving them more praise of dumb shit no more. We gotta be brutally honest. Islam is a lie. Christianity is a lie. We gotta get our people out of it. And we gotta be strict. Can't say, oh, we're gonna be respectful to your goofy lie. Hell no. I'm gonna be brutally honest to African people. I don't care if it hurts your goddamn feelings. You're gonna deal with the truth and not nonsense and not lies no more. Your mama lied to you, your granddaddy lied to you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It might hurt you, but they say the truth sets you free. Okay? I'm sorry if you come up in your goofy religion. Don't tell me I don't have no respect for no fucking Islam. Came into Africa raping and murdering fucking African people. Came into Africa goddamn cutting out black men's penises. I don't have no respect for that. Oh, your thing got cleared, Spike. Spike's frozen. I think Spike's frozen.
I just
Oh
have to mute it for a second.
no, you ain't got
I
no.
have to-
There you go. Oh, okay, you muted yourself. That's okay. That's already cleared up now. As soon as you unmute all that ticking noise, Thomas. No, we gotta be honest about what happened to African people in Africa with these religions. Islam has not been no benefit to no Africans. They came in, enslaved Africans, and they castrated African men. That's the history of this wretched ass religion. It's done more damages, this much damage as Christianity done to the African mind. You can't sit there, oh, I feel good about the Muslims and I want to respect their religion. Fuck them and that religion. They're anti-African. They murdered African people without pause. They murdered African with thousands and they enslaved. I think I'm going out.
You actually,
Am I going out?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's choppy. I can hear you, but your voice is choppy because it's going in and out. But I was saying yesterday, I didn't know what it was about.
African always want to give reverence to everything that's non-African. If you say to African people, you can say any kind of disrespectful shit about African spirituality. Oh, it's African. No, I don't have nothing to do with that. But you want to always give reverence to fucking Islam and Christianity. Throw both them whacked out ass religions in a goddamn dustbin of history. Damn lies. Go ahead.
I was saying I didn't know what was going on about the holiday yesterday, so I had to check it up, and I see.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just taking it further. I know you didn't, Spike. I'm not saying you was reverent. You was just being respectful, being your Kenyan respectful self. The religion's always been damaging the black people. It was a religion of conquest and mind control. And the sad fact, it was set up by the no good Catholic faith to get the goddamn white Muslim behind that shit because they wouldn't accept white Jesus. So they created another fake ass religion called Islam to put the damn white Muslim who wouldn't accept the white Jesus underneath their rule. These are mind control tools. So we got to be honest about what it is. That's it. I don't care who gets hurt.
I think also what is happening with our African people is that you will find people being disrespectful to African spirituality, but no one will actually be disrespectful to these false religions. You will find people say, African spirituality is this and that, and they will be very, very disrespectful to African science. And
Exactly. And it's the African science that rules the planet. That's the funny thing. Behind the scenes, it's the African science that the white man is using to rule the planet. That's what's so funny about it, right? It's the African science that the white man has been using to dominate and rule the planet. That's a fact. He hasn't been using no Christian insanity. He hasn't been using no Islam bullshit. He's been using African spirituality because African spirituality is universal law. That's why. It's universal law. Laws of vibration, rhythm. These things are scientifically factual, not some cracker walking on water. I'm walking on water because I'm a cracker. Look at me. Oh, Jesus. Oh, who we got join us? Is that Zoe?
Yeah, this me.
All right. You know, that's some dehydrated cracker walking on water. Hey, I'm dehydrated. Look at me. I'm walking on water. Oh, go ahead,
how are you doing? Welcome to the broadcast.
There might be a delay. Can you hear him?
Yeah.
No?
I can't.
What you say, Spikes?
He said, how you doing? Welcome to the broadcast.
Oh, thanks, Spikes. I'm cool, man. I'm just chilling. I'm hoping that these motherfuckers don't start fucking with my transmission.
Yeah, I was over that yesterday.
They already have. But welcome to the broadcast. I hope that you all do well. Keith, like we were saying sometimes back, we were saying that if you go out the streets and ask people about the 7 laws of the universe, no one really have an idea. But go and ask them about any other spiritual, any other religious verse from any book, from any religious book. You find people who tell you much about this religion and the doctrines. But if you go and ask people about, the laws of the universe and how the universe gets to operate, no one will actually have an idea. But at the same time,
they don't know, and that's their African culture, that they don't have any clue how the world works, that the world is mental. All these traditions are African. It's African science. The African learning how to understand the world around him and put it into a science system called spirituality that actually can be proven in the lab. African spirituality is the only religion or philosophy that can be proven in the lab. Can't prove no goofy Christianity, that's a lie. Can't prove no goofy Islam, can't prove no goofy Hinduism, no Buddhism, no Taoism, none of that shit. But African spirituality is proven in the lab. And the African like, oh no, oh it's witchcraft, oh it's the devil. The European is saying, yeah, it's the devil, we're gonna use it on you, dummy. Since we learned and stole it, we're gonna use it on you because you're stupid.
And
go ahead, buddy.
And of course, I just get to highlighting, the 7 laws of the universe. Like, of course, Keith has told them time and over again. We do have the first, the law of mentalism, the law of correspondence.
That's the first law. Exactly. I'm sorry, go ahead, say them out. Go ahead.
Yeah, the law of the second, the law of correspondence. That is the law of vibration, the law of plurality, the law of rhythm, the law of cause and effect. And the law of gender, we do have those.
So what Spike's saying in so many words, that's also what voodoo is talking about, vibration and frequency. These are laws of the universe. That the white man told you was lies, he understands that to his side. He knows that's real. That vibration and frequency is real. Not a joke, not a gag. Oh, it's not devil worshiping. It's what controls the rhythms of universal law. Mentalism. As ye think, so you are. Whatever your subconscious mind puts out and believes, it will generate in front of you. These are African laws, right? The law. And it's African spiritual that the white man told you, oh, you backward nigga, you dumb nigga, you backward nigga,
what are you doing knowing this information? This is backward. Yeah, this is white Jesus, cracker, who's the father of the son, and he's a ghost man too. But that ain't proven in science. Well, we know it, but you believe us. You know.
When I was just getting to ask Keith, when people are being told about the laws of Moses or the laws of what is it, the Ten Commandments that our people were being told, we have also figured that even before Moses was there, these laws did get released. But also, there was a question that was also asked, in the Bible, people were actually also asking, is there a law that supersedes all the others? When it comes to this particular the 7 laws of the universe, is there one among them that really gets to supersede all the others, or they just are all equal? The number one, of course, is the law of mentalism, which says
the laws of mentalism is letting you know that everything is mental. The universe is mental. The universe is mind. So understand? So that's why you got to go within, not without. You've been given a religion that has you go without to capture things like Allah and Jehovah and all this other dumb shit. You're supposed to go within, because the universe is mental, mind first, your mind. That's why I was always to control the African mind, African woman's mind, and to make sure your mind stays corrupt and idiotic, right? Make sure your mind stays corrupt and idiotic. Because it's mentalism. So you've given white people a bunch of power, because mentally now the African believes they are the God. African believes they are better than them, but history says they're not. But forget history, because the African doesn't know history. He has a belief now, and his belief becomes his reality, because the laws of the universe is mental. So you believe the white man's your God. You believe that. So that becomes your reality. And so you act accordingly, because that becomes your belief system. That's why it's so important that they drone this fake religion into your mind, make it mental. So you're now facilitating the lie through your mentality. You facilitate the lie because the world, the universe is mental. That's why the universal system of knowledge came from Africa. And the reason why you call it university, because the African said you must have a universal knowledge of everything. You must have 360 degrees of knowledge. Not belief, but knowledge. And so the reason why things are called university, that came from Africa. It came from Europe. That came from Africa. University, because you had a universal knowledge, which they don't teach you in any college today. They teach you what they call the several liberal arts, but they don't teach you universal knowledge, because that's called now what? Secret knowledge, hidden knowledge. That they stole all your manuscripts that they read in secret and shit and use it against you. And then when I bring it out to you, you got no clue, because you know none of your own science no more. You're mentally fucked up because you're caught in belief system. The world is mental. The world is mental. Go ahead, Mike.
And also, of course, the other important laws as well. Yes, I agree with you. When it comes to the mentality of people, I remember when Zoe was also saying that you have to mind your own, or how was the quote going? It was actually you have to mind your own, or someone will own your mind. That is what I think Zoe did quote sometimes back. But yes, we have to be careful of what we of how our mentality is, because everything is mental. But of course, our minds and our thinking have actually been we have been brainwashed, and therefore our reality, of course, is also confined now to the kind of thinking that was put in us regarding even our own existence right here on earth through religion. For example, with the Bible telling you that Eve, Adam slept, and then Eve really came from the rib of Adam, and all these are nonsense. But yes, we also do have the law of our correspondence as above, as so below. We also do have the law of a vibration. I did share with us a video, and that was about 2 weeks ago. I did share a video that did have a presentation on the law of vibration, which really did hit the nail on the head. The law of polarity as well. Everything is double, and everything has its opposite. That extremes meet. The law of rhythm. All is ebb and flow, which is demonstrated by action and reaction, advance and recall. And number 6 is a cause and effect, which actually stipulates that nothing happens by chance, everything happens.
So let me say something real quick, Spike. Let me say something. As you see these wicked bastards trying to destroy the laws of the universe. They want to conflate these universal laws. They can't be destroyed because they're universal laws created by the creator of everything. So they try to conflate the universal laws. Now there's no such thing as gender. That's a lie. It's that gender is in everything. So they try to conflate, destroy the universal laws, and have you say, okay, their laws are prevalent, and they got all their goofy churches saying the same shit. From the Catholic Church, all their dumbass churches. That lets you know that the Catholic Church and none of that shit has anything to do with the real creator. It never did. It never did. Because they do not adhere to the 7 laws of the universe, which are unchangeable. They're not negotiable. You can't say, hey, creator, I don't like this. Let's negotiate. They're trying to bend a little bit. Say, no, these are the laws. Period. These are laws that govern the universe. Period. There's no compromising with that. So you can't be a faggot, run around talking about you're a man and a woman and all that weird shit, and that goes against universal law. Clearly. So you can be the Pope or whatever goofy religious leader you are, some fucking Hindu or Buddhist, all the way down, believe that man should suck a dick. Well, all is saying no. Creator saying no. There's gender and everything. Creator saying no. Go ahead, Spike.
That is why we do have the law of gender, which actually says that everything inanimate or animate is masculine and feminine. But right now they want to say that there is no masculine.
You can be transfluid with your gender. What's the guy like? I'm cisgender. I'm non-gender. What's that Demi Lovato later? I ain't want to be called non-gender now. I don't have any gender. I don't know what the gender is. I don't have any gender.
She was saying that she wants to be referred to as they. That is what she wants to be referred to. She wants to be referred to as a they, and that is a big problem that we shall be having, because she says she does not identify with any gender because of that.
Yeah, I don't have a gender. Well, they all said, the Creator said, I made you a woman. That's what you are. Look down and look at your coochie. You're a woman. Now, you don't got a choice to say, I don't like my coochie. I'm now cisgender. The Creator said, you got a coochie. You're a woman. It's just that simple. It's cut and dry. Go ahead.
But talking about men and women kids, there is a question that has been currently being researched by scientists and also scholars and others, and this has to do with why females also do live longer. Why women do live longer than men. I would just like to pose a few questions maybe to you and to
women live longer than men because they're biologically they're stronger. But and in a society that actually women are actually under more stress than men. They still live longer. But the diets that we consume, it also depends on where you're at. Also depends. It's not. Genetically, the woman is stronger than the man biologically. That's just a fact. But like I said, you had Kenya was 137 years old. That was scheme of things back in the day. But the woman lives longer because genetics compares to a man. It's just that simple. If you eat a decent enough diet, you can live just as long as a woman. got to be taking care of yourself.
I
It's just
gotta.
that women should be living longer anyway, longer
Yeah.
than we do. Good.
Okay, I think women live longer than men goes back to the chromosomes because we're told that the XY, which is a male, the Y is a degraded X, being that the original sex on the planet was a female. So because of the degradation of the X chromosome reverting into a Y chromosome, I think that's why women live longer than men because they don't have a degradation within their chromosomes that men have just by nature, what makes our gender.
Yeah, he's talking about the XY. That's all we go back to. Go ahead, Spike.
Yes. I was just also sharing what so I agree with you, Zoe and Akit. I was just also sharing what has been footage really recently saying. According to Hans Berry, it is well known fact that women tend to outlive men. As over 2017, the life expectancy for men was 76.1 years, while the life expectancy for women reached 81.1 years. The researchers estimate that the gap in longevity will continue according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Women life expectancy is predicted to reach 87.3 by 2060 compared to 83.9 for men. But when it comes to why women live longer than men, Marcia Stephanie, professor at Stanford University of Medicine, said researchers know men and women age differently, but are still kind of guessing how some of the factors could be behavioral. According to Ansberry, for instance, some studies have found that women are more likely to see a doctor when they are sick. And I don't think this is what is going on. Exploring the science behind the gap, but the differences can sort of be ascribed to lifestyle and behavioral differences. For instance, observing the blood of men and women aged between 65 and 85, Neil Brazil, director Institute of Aging Research at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine, found men's protein levels changed at a higher rate than women did. According to the study, men's protein levels experienced 600 significant changes compared to 277 significant changes for women, indicating that female biology seems to be more stable than men's. Female biology seems to be more stable than men's. But yes, it's all over the world. Anyway, if you come to Africa, go to the US anyway, you find women are outliving men, but even women living longer. But I've also seen a trend. I don't know what is also happening in the US. I've also seen a trend where the number of children being born, you do find so many of them as girls. For example, for my relatives, or even my friends, or even the people that I do know around. When I hear someone had a baby, and you ask them, you would also guess that they had a girl child. And it seems like also, if at all the original, in the university, originally we did have the university and run or having many women. I think we are also going back to a situation where the number of women continue to increase, and also the number of men not really matching up to that. It's always more women than men. Even Falcon, who was expectant, she happened to deliver a baby girl, and also many other women that I do know, they have delivered girls. It seems like over time we might have these.
With regards to that, Spikes, with regard to there being more girls born than boys born, I would say that we would have to look into the hormones that they're putting into the food, because there isn't a feminization of all of the sexes taking place, where they're adding estrogen and estrogen-like products to these foods. So we don't know what that's doing to the babies that's in gestation, if that's making them more prone to have a feminine outcome. Also, something I wanted to say about women living longer than men, the fact that we can't overlook that women have a menstrual cycle, and the menstrual cycle is eliminating the body of toxins. It's cleaning the body of pollutants. And we live in a world where we're being inundated with pollution and toxins, and men don't have the means to get that out of their system. So as a result, it's going to cause us to live shorter than women, because they have a means to clean their blood internally.
I would also tend to agree with that, because I have heard there was a proven theory that was being made sometimes talk about that, and there was some few things that I got to learn from that. But nonetheless, I will just move away from that. And I was talking about the matter of going back to African spirituality. We shall get back into that. But yesterday, when I brought up that particular issue of critical race theory, Kilo was saying that is a whole lot of a confusion because first and foremost, it's not a theory; it's actually the reality. But there has been gaining a lot of attention even in Texas because in Texas they have actually been fighting. Texas said it is moving further to restrict these are teaching over the critical. So they are putting in laws right now, and these are laws meant to fight these teaching or these the critical race as it is. I do know that it's not a theory. Because it's actually starting, but the lawmakers right now, it seems like their attention right now is also, skewed towards or focused on restricting any kind of a teaching that goes back or exposes the rot and the things that were done to black people by the crackers themselves. So they're saying the House is still lacking enough members to advance the bill, but the bill is meant to restrict the critical race theory and the teaching of race issues in school to the children. So I'm just
Something that I've seen, a connection that I've seen lately is that critical race theory is actually black history. So they're referring to black history as critical race theory, but they're referring to every other group history as Asian history, Hispanic history, LBGT history. But when it comes to us, they call it critical race theory. So by them calling it critical race theory, it's a way for them to sidestep being accused of racism by removing it completely from the curriculum in the school level.
Either it happened or either it didn't. Either it's history or it's not history. Every time your history is brought up, it causes white rage. Anything that you've done globally and you get credit for it causes white rage. So they don't have no problem with talking about Asian history or Hispanic history, because your history causes a backlash of rage. There's no such thing as a critical race theory. What a theory? Either it happened or it didn't. Nothing critical about it. It's either historical or it's not historical. It's either true or it's not. That's it. So they don't give us some goddamn. But see, these are white think tanks trying to pit black against white, with them trying to divide white because they know white people are fucked up and racist naturally. Oh, they're trying to let us know that we get some wicked shit. We don't want to take the responsibility for all the wicked shit we've done. This is critical race theory. Did it happen? Yes, but I don't like to know that I done some bad shit. I like to rob and steal and kill and just say, fuck you, dirty niggas, and be immune to have a responsibility. And so I don't want to have that critical race theory in the schools. Anything teaching about black people divides us. It divides white people and black people. We're just supposed to learn about us and all the great things we said we done, all the lies we told. You're supposed to believe that shit and say this is what happened in the world.
But personally, I think if people are not, if the students are not taught Black history, then the whole matter of even reparations would go to the background, because eventually, if this generation, then the next generation, no one is taught about African history or Black history itself, then it means even when it comes to, for example, the quest for reparations, it would be nowhere, because the next generation or the other generation that follows, no one would even know about the true African history or the true Black history, and therefore
they don't want them to know about their history. That's the whole thing. Remember, every time Africans don't know your history, we didn't know African American, any Black history is a threat to white supremacy, because you know your history. You know these motherfuckers were never supreme to you. You know it's a lie. And so when you can deal with their lies, you can combat it, and you can stay within your element of knowledge of knowing who you are, your knowledge of self. So you don't feel inferior to anybody. You don't let anybody dominate you, because you don't have an inferiority complex, because you know your history, you know what your ancestors have done. You have an inferiority complex because you're told you ain't never done shit. You ain't never been shit. The people ain't never done shit. They were intrigued. They were stay. They were savages. You've been told nothing but lies. So your whole life you go up inferior, and you let people dominate you. Talk to you crazy. Talk about you crazy. Without knocking somebody in the damn mouth. So the hell you think you're talking to? So you've been allowed other coasts to come. That's why you got the Chinese running crazy around Africa, because you don't know your history. You don't know nothing about yourself. Chinese are better than us too. I mean, the Chinese man who ain't never done shit, but now he's better than you. Yes, he's better than me. He's better than me because he's half looking white. He looks half white, and I'm a no good dirty nigga. I never done nothing. But hey, the Chinese man don't believe in your white Jesus. Ain't that bad? No, I want to learn from him as he busts me in my face and shit. Because you don't know sense of self. You and no sense of self. But you don't sure you're not anybody to and tell you all some shit. You have no sense of direction. That's why white people make sure they destroy your history and miseducate you and undereducate you, because it helps them dominate your ass. That's why.
And also, I do believe apart from the deliberate push to whitewash African history, I think this whole thing with the critical race is also to delete it, or to really yes to delete it. For lack of a better word, I do apart from whitewashing African history. What they are doing right now is really deleting or just removing, facing out African history. But that will not be possible because it would be seen in every other element of life and what they call their own history. Because every history is a black history. It has been borrowed. It has actually been whitewashed originally from what it was being black. From black history. They might say none of this will be taught. Even if people are to go back into what they call a white history, that will not be white history. But nonetheless, I do see some comments from Sister Nish Penny saying, start applying universal law to your life. You will see it. Knowing, not believing. I agree with you 100%. You can also share Simona. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. And you're saying, General Moscow says they learn all these laws to manipulate us. Yes, that is what has been happening. Exactly, we invented everything. Sister Monique, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast all the way from California. General Mosquito also says hello to you, saying hi, Sister Monique. Talking about religion and also the difference between religion and spirituality. I just wanted to share briefly on one of the scholars or one of the writers from Nigeria. I shared a little bit of his on the correspondence of Adi, but these were his sentiments regarding religion and also what it has been doing on the African continent, and why people need to move away from the force or from these lies of religion and get back into spirituality, because these are two different matters. Let me share a little bit of this clip, and then we shall continue with the conversation and why people need to also get back into looking at what was the traditional or what was the African spiritual system before colonialism came up in the African continent. And this is Wallace Ayinka. He is an author from Nigeria.
He was a wise Christian. Your father was a headmaster of an Anglican school. When you write about religion here before, but also in your last book, you say that maybe we are better off without religion. Religion is not supposed to help humanity. Let's just get rid of it all the way. I summarily summarize.
I've said it even stronger, much stronger than that. There are moments when I feel that there are enough what I call organic problems in human society, and the human individual, issues of psychological makeup, concrete issues like feeding millions, etc. Nature disasters, which numbers, then we overcome them. It's just problems without religion adding to them. And the others, there's nothing much you can do about. But religion at least can be controlled. It can be placed under check. Unfortunately, it's just become a giant obstacle, an instrument of oppression. I've seen places where religion actually destroys the mind. I mean, everybody's seen it, though they may not.
And that is exactly what it was meant to do, to destroy the mind. He says that he has seen some incidences where religion has destroyed the mind, but that is exactly what it is meant to do. It's meant to bind the mind of our people, especially in Africa, and be used as a tool for oppression. And that is why I do believe right now we should be asking ourselves what good is it, and take it out with all the African countries and go back into African spirituality.
I'll put it down to religion. You might put it down to social alienation, psychological warp, but then how did human psychology get warped in the first place? And I've watched brilliant people who've been just captured by religion and given up the potential of themselves as individuals, including their potential contribution to society, saying, they've been so brainwashed, so indoctrinated, that they feel that even human, I'm looking at extremes now, that even achievement, they feel it's a sin. I mean, we said it, brilliant young people said, no, I realize that all this, what they call my talent, my brilliance, etc., is all put there by Satan, so that I will abandon God. It's as crude as that. And it is that same kind of mentality that animates the murderous extremists that we encounter today. The Boko Haram, the Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda, Taliban, etc. In some cases, yes, motivated genuinely by wanting to elevate the human being. But most of the time, they are fixated outside actuality, and they feel it is all right to destroy living humanity completely, to pave the way for other eternal residence in the afterlife, or else the arrival of one Messiah or the other in the world. And I think those people are sick. Such people who think that it's okay to destroy humanity because of their vision of eternity. I think they're sick, and humanity must take a really strong stand.
Educated to get uneducated to religion.
The contribution of religion to the world, the aesthetics of architecture, which have been absolutely inspired by a religious feeling. Nobody can deny that. There's music, which have been the result of some inner communion with some unknown deity or superhuman entity or environment, just imagination, human imagination. But I wish they would all be told that, be taught that it's their own inner, an inner core of creativity that produce these only from a track which we call religious piety, religious devotion, etc. That way, religion is benign. I cannot deny that.
Because you call yourself a religious person too, or at least spiritual.
Do I call myself
religious, or at least spiritual?
I'm just spiritual. Yeah, I distinguish between spirituality and religion. I think all human beings have a certain aspect of for themselves where they ask. I call it more a philosophical side of themselves, where they ask, why am I here? How did the first being come to be? What's the purpose? What's my purpose? And they're not satisfied with the concrete productivity. They feel that it must be towards a certain direction which they are not equipped to see. And so spirituality is on various levels, but spirituality is mostly benign. It's personal, it's interior. You resolve your questions, or you don't resolve them. You just use that very basis of uncertainty to communicate with others and to produce, and just heighten the level of existence.
But in your books, Dance of the Forest is one example. In Other Africa, you put the Yoruba religion at the front, saying to the world, here's the answer. I mean, You write, literally, you write, humanity could benefit from African spirituality.
Isn't Yoruba culture the answer?
You tell me, why so little Nigerians even follow it?
So I use it as a paradigm, largely. We've just spoken about dangerous religions, or the dangerous paths that religion takes and which compels human beings to take. And one of the beauties, I stress this at every opportunity, is that is one of the religions in the world. I call them sometimes invisible religions because they're not much known about. One of the few religions in the world which has never gone to war on its own behalf, on its own basis, for the promotion of its ideas. Neither a crusade, nor a jihad, nor the equivalent anywhere will you find in religions. It's a very tolerant religion, the religion of the Orisha. And despite that, despite its reticence, it actually successfully crossed the Atlantic in the hearts of the slaves to the Caribbean, to Latin America, Brazil, Cuba, Colombia, Dominica, Puerto Rico, name it. Anywhere the slaves went, their religion survived in spite of the harsh reprisals from.
I do not know about this one that he is talking about the Odisha coming from the Yoruba people and having taken it also, of course, when they went to the Caribbean and also when they were taken to other different places where they work with, into plantations to do slaves. But nonetheless, I do believe spirituality supersedes. Religion, I do know, is organized. Religion is something organized, and it's organized to an end. It has a purpose that
It's organized for power, Spike. It's organized to control the mind, capture the mind. Religion means to bind the mind. That's what it meant. That's what it meant, to bind the mind. So it's meant as mental, so they understand the African, going to Africa, learning from the African that the world, the universe is mental. These no good crooked bastards want to bind the mind. That's what it means, to bind the mind. There's no truth in it. And you have white people trying to come
and something that
and proselytize for you. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Joe.
I just want to say that, religion binds the mind just like so many other things within this society binds the mind, binds the mind. Even entertainment, it binds your mind. So the thing is what in society liberates your mind? What in society actually liberates your mind and frees your thinking? It's shows like this that do that. It shows like this. This is why YouTube and the powers that be gotta fuck with our stream. This is why people can't hear every word that we're saying clearly. This is why there's glitches and blips and every little thing. Why every 5 minutes I'm getting kicked off of this and I gotta try to connect again to the link.
You too, me too. It does me like that too now. I get kicked off. I'm like, damn, what happened? What do I? I'm like, Spike, don't you hear me? And I'm looking at the phone. I'm not even on the damn show. I've been kicked out. I'm scared. Spike, don't you hear me? I'm looking at the phone. I ain't even on the damn program.
Yo, see, that's them trying to frustrate us. They're trying to frustrate us to where it gets so much to the point where you forget what the hell you was gonna say. You might have had a very pertinent point, but now you can't even communicate that point because between the technology not working and all this other bullshit, it didn't slip your mind what the hell you wanted to say.
But also, I have had some people, especially from the Caribbean. I don't know if Samuel is with us on the show, but some people ask it. Of course, that is a good question. When you ask, what if religion is binding the mind? What can now set the mind free? I have people talk about the use of marijuana. I do not advocate for the use of marijuana. I'm not a user of marijuana myself. But five people say no. You need to elevate. You need to unbind your mind with marijuana, and That is what you do. When you hit, when you take that.
And Spike did some weed in there. Spike to have a Spike to Spike did weed in there. Spike to running down the street in Nairobi butt naked. I don't need that, damn it.
Looking like Smokey on Friday.
That's right.
Wake up in deep in pigeon coop. Spike come to it.
Spike to be Chris stuck in Fridays. Oh shit! What they do? What they put in his weed?
Yeah, he was knocking himself on the shoulder. I think he would feel, the way you were saying. So I think our kid was saying that sometimes there are some things that you cannot see, some entities, and you feel like you have a web on your face. I think that is what
Yeah, that's when you get low vibrational being trying to hook itself to your aura. Yeah. I was like, I'm sure people have felt that before. So I started like, what? Because I would always feel that shit. And like, it didn't make sense. Well, I always feel like a spider web. Something's on my damn face and nothing's there. And then the energy, you felt the energy, but me not knowing African science, I didn't understand what that was. That was something trying to fucking attach to my aura. My God, damn. Now it's stuff that, that's what that is. That's another a light entity, a lower light entity trying to attach to my aura, trying to take my ass over. I'm sure everybody's felt that weird feeling of like a spider web on your fucking face. You don't like what the hell what's going on. That's an energy. That's energy. That's something there. That's whether it's malignant or benevolent, I can't say, but it's the energy trying to connect with you some way, somehow, because everything's energy. Go ahead,
I just want to let the fellas know, if you have that funny feeling coming from your pee hole, you might need to go to the doctor.
About all that. I'm talking about attaching your penis.
No, I'm talking about a tingling feeling coming from your pee hole, like it's a spider web.
Maybe your ass been messing around in some strange ass. You're not supposed to be messing around. It's not supposed to be messing around in strange ass. You supposed to know, hey, this ass is strange. I'm good.
That's one of the entities that actually talking about. But nonetheless, I just wanted to go a little bit into spirituality, and I'll just talk about some of the principles of the kinetic spirituality. And some of let me share these, and also we shall also get to see some of these principles that have been suggested to be the principles of kinetic spirituality, because most of what you have as a religion right now has been derived from kinetic science, and it has been rolled and now packaged into religion.
Greetings and welcome to Comedic Legacy Today, the new weekly series presented by the Center for the Restoration of Mind. My name is Haru J. Ma'at, also more commonly known as Jabari Osaze.
And my name is Anika Daniels Osaze, also known as Unfer Khan Ma'at.
The Center for the Restoration of Ma'at is a new organization. Anika, why don't you tell us a little bit more? And as we focus with Comedic Legacy Today, I have to say, you're in for a great treat. Our weekly series is the Journal of Spirituality. Principle 1 is known as the one in the many. Generally, when we hear about ancient Egyptian spirituality, we hear about polytheism, We hear about a blinding array of deities or gods, as some people may call them. And often these things can become very confusing for anyone who isn't very familiar with ancient Kemetic spirituality. It's very important for us to recognize that ancient Egyptians, ancient Kamites, view the divine force as one basically indescribable force that differentiated itself into different faculties or powers. And so often when we talk about the one in many, most people...
What he's talking about, what they did, they took the religion, Africans used the spiritual to determine the creator, to define the creator in all these different houses. What Christianity did was take this religion and make the houses that they call gods into angels. Uriel, Joel, Michael, and all that other goofy shit. All they did was take it and rearrange it. Or you got in Islam, the other angels ever called, they all got Islamic names. Ismail, Hoshadel, Mamalel, where the fuck their goofy names are. All they did was take this, what the Africans taught the world, and put an Arab spin on the shit, or a white European perspective on it. Michael, Uriel, Jeriel, all these different angels explain the aspects of the one creator. That's where you get your angels and shit from. All run around as homosexual crackers.
Hey, Keith.
Go ahead, Zoe.
In Islam, those angels that they refer to in Christianity, in Islam, they're called demons. And they have the same damn names, but they're one and the same, just like Jesus and Lucifer are one and the same.
Yeah, exactly. But they don't, the religion doesn't know that. They don't know that they got, in the Bible, you refer to Jesus as the devil called the light bearer, and he's the bringer of the light, and light only meaning energy vibrating at a certain frequency. So what they did, they bastardized these African teachings to their own benefit, repackaged them, fucked them up, and gave them back to the African in a degenerated form. We don't understand what the hell is going on. Taking African science and degenerate into fairy tale nonsense. Go ahead, Spike, what you gotta say?
I have not gone into these Kemetic spirituality so much, but I don't think they have angels in they have those angels in Kemetic spirituality. I don't think there will be any depiction of angels on their
They're not angels. They're not angels. You're not understanding what I'm saying. Like, you're not understanding. They took aspects of the Africans explaining the characteristics of the creator by attributing them with different gods. But it was only the one God. They said this is a pluralistic religion when it was not. They used these different gods with just characteristics of the one God. What the European did was took the characteristics and made them into angels. That's where you get the angels. And says, we took all the different aspects of God and created these angels.
And Spikes, what it really is, instead of angels, it's angles. It's angles of light.
Angles of light.
Angles and degrees.
Of light. Yeah, angles of light.
Yeah. So now we're together now. I do understand. Let me proceed.
Some people say is the father of monotheism. But clearly, if you're more familiar with the work of the Cushitic kings in the 25th dynasty,
they keep showing these two wicked ass bastards, the damn hybrid motherfuckers. Akhenaten, alien ass. His damn octopus created ass. Look at this. They keep showing that, not knowing that that's the beginning of the end. That's when that's why they had to kill Akhenaten, because that's when you get the hybridization of them creating all these crackers and other shit and trying to infiltrate the earth itself and create what you got now. That's why you got the blood type, the blood of the Armenia family, which is them, that all these rulers come from Akhenaten, his bloodline. then Akhenaten down through King Philip and Alexander of Macedonia over into Rome. That they all share the same wicked ass RH negative bloodline. That's why Akhenaten looks like a weird African. That motherfucker look weird. He got a female body, a fucked up head. His head is elongated because he's an octopus nigga. That's what he's a created nigga. That's why they killed King Tut and killed the whole family. Everybody wants to put that out. That's why they had to massacre the whole family because they were a foreign family on the throne.
Did Akhenaten have any genitals, or was he like ambiguous, androgynous?
That's a good question. He had to have genitals because he had and when that deep enough, he had Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun was the son, but like I said, they knew that that was a foreign element. The motherfucking the Comedians killed their ass, killed that Armenian family with Tutankhamun being the last of that family, and they installed Ramses' daddy, Seti I, on the throne, which you got Ramesu, and then Seti I daddy are put on the throne after they murdered Tutankhamun and off to get rid of the Armenian family. That's what you got Queen T that looks like Michelle Obama. And knew something was weird going on. That's when you have, we're interdimensional people. I don't like to go into this because people can't understand that you are interdimensional. And you have an interdimensional entity that's able to walk in and out of dimension that was trying to make sure they got control of this planet by installing these no good wicked bastards on the throne of Kim. So it goes a little deeper than that. Everything is spiritual, which is high science. Everything is spiritual, everything is high science of a war, of us fighting this other nigga on serious. That somehow got us trapped down here in a lower vibrational space and create all these other wicked motherfuckers around here. Go ahead,
if the focus, let's just say, if the focus is the dimensional war that we're actually up against, where they're trying to prevent us from accessing these different dimensions and receiving information from these different dimensions, wouldn't you say that everything that they introduced us to, whether it be the shot, the different vaccines they give babies, the food, everything is to lock us down into this one dimension to where we're not able to be interdimensional to the full capability that we are naturally?
Exactly, because we're melanated, we're interdimensional. That's what I said with this. We can't even talk about this. That's what I said with. Remember, they built this thing to check our RNA code. RNAs are light code. How's it a vaccine? Exactly. The wicked motherfucker behind the scenes, who is a goddamn nigga, a black entity, has been raging absolute war on black people. People that he fought in another dimension that we are not privy to because we've fallen in dimensional frequency and cannot remember. But he is definitely trying to wipe our ass out. Either wipe us out or make sure that we can never leave this dimension. To be a slave class, that's why we're going to be chipped. That's why it's to destroy your light code. So if you do come back, you'll never vibrate out of this bitch. And since the vibrational level is changing now, that's why everything is being installed now. With complete and understand, everything's always been about black people. All these other people are fucking hybrids created by this no good nigga from behind the scenes. Cause as much death and damage to you as possible. He the one introduced this fucking religion of worshiping his ass. That's who the fuck you're worshiping. This fucking no good bastard. That's who you're fucking worshiping. So understand, this nigga wanted to be a god who's not a god. He's able to only go one dimension higher. You can't go no further because all the wicked shit he did doesn't allow him to vibrate to any another dimension till he atones. So he doesn't want to atone. He wants to be able to stay within these two dimensions and rule the galaxy within these two dimensions, dimensional spheres. He's good with it. He can never raise in dimensional level himself because he's wicked. done too much stuff that's against the all. So you got to understand what's actually going on. And he's worried about talking about you ascending. When you start ascending past him, you have domination over the over this galaxy. You are an internal being. White man science and founding Kaufman told you that, but your ancestors already, you know, no such thing as death for you. Only problem you get caught in this illusionary reincarnation trap. Because your vibration don't vibrate high enough to get the fuck out of here. So what is this thing doing? He's working with this Ogun. He's feeding this Ogun energy from you. There's a deal that he made with that Ogun energy to have us down here so he can feed off of us and create these other crackers that give you stress and strife and all this other shit. These Indians and these Chinese motherfuckers who are automaton, right? That's why they make anybody like they wanted to bring in the Chinese because they created the Chinese to be automaton. They do anything. They follow anything and do anything. You as an African being, you are a free spirit. You're not gonna do that shit. You know, it's hard for you to unite. I'm gonna tell you another, right? You know, it's hard for Africa to unite because you are the God. And internally, your soul knows that. Internally, it's hard for you to unite because you are creators in your own right, who's caught up in this dimensional, this dimensional whatever the fuck you call it. But outside, when you leave here, you are a co-creator with the all. It's hard to bring you together and tell you what to do and how to act. It's hard for you to get on code. These other people to get on code because they're not complete people. Go ahead, y'all.
So what Keith is saying, a lot of times when we get introduced to these concepts and ideas, it might be too hard for us to actually grasp it. But a lot of times what can help with grasping the larger picture is looking at the microcosm, looking at the smaller picture, because as above, so below. So with that being said, Keith saying that we're the creators, we're the gods. There's currently a strike with black creators on TikTok. And as a result, TikTok is struggling for creative material right now because all of the hybrids who steal our shit and sit around and parasitize every single damn thing we do so they can turn it and make a profit off of it. They take our dances and every damn thing we do and they find a way to capitalize and make money.
I don't know what's happening on TikTok.
Oh, on TikTok, you know,
so
like
what's going on our TikTok?
Oh, on TikTok, the black creators are no longer doing dances. They're no longer creating. All of the black creators on TikTok are in strike right now, and they're refusing to create new material. So as a result, all of the white people on TikTok are struggling. They don't know what to do because they lack the originality. They lack originality to come up with new concepts.
So what those saying is that's the awakening part too. So you mean so the black creators actually knew that they're being ripped out by white people, and the white people were actually getting the views and making the money off the things that they created. So they said, no, we're gonna shut it down. We're gonna get on code as black people, and we're not gonna put out any creative endeavors on TikTok. Is that what you're saying, Zoe?
Exactly.
I mean, some white people are going crazy, but they mad as hell then.
Hell yeah, they mad. They mad as hell. They don't know what to do.
I love it. I love it. And these are young people on TikTok. So these young people are waking up and said, yeah, they cannibalize everything we create. Go ahead, Zoe. I mean, not Zoe, but Spike. Go ahead, Spike.
I also think maybe perhaps people also did decide to draw back from things like sports, you know. Say like we are also in Olympics and will not take part of these Olympics. It will also go bizarre because they do not know. For example, in the track or in the athletics, they would not know what to do with that because they would not even be doing, clocking hitting any
Hell, those
record.
just made my day with that information. I ain't know. That is funny as hell. That means the youngsters are waking up. They're not gonna be exploited. It's not gonna allow you just to straight exploit them for things they do, and then I don't get paid. But white people take it and steal it, and they'll play some some Elvis shit like they've always done. Oh, this white person's the king of TikTok with his dancing ability. Say, hey, that came from black people. So what? Shut up.
They don't make the money, and black people, are adding. But I was saying, even maybe we should also get to boycott also being like sports. Sometimes, they would also pull back from sports and our contribution. Now they would get to appreciate the contribution that goes in. Now, let me tell you a bit more of this. But I was asking you, Kate, before I will continue with this, when you're talking about the deities, I was asking myself, because, for example, for religion, even not even for religion, even for Kemetic science, because they didn't have the deities of the world, they got to elevate it. Even if it were false, even if you were to come up with a false deity, created just a fake deity, and have people now thinking that this is the real thing, and then also drawing the energy now, drawing their focus and their attention to this thing. Within that deity also be elevated to a level now where it's maybe vibrating even high, even be moved now from the lies to now being a thing that is a power, not just to the pseudo lies, but in reality also be a power. For example, like the angels or these are deities that have been made up, and people now turn their attention to them, worshiping them with different ways, and also giving them their attention and also their energy. Within that also make them elevated in a way. I'm not sure whether I'm still audible on this end, but let me check.
I hear you, Spike. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I see. I thought I thought my audio really just disappeared. But nonetheless, let me play back. Let me get back to a little bit of the video, and then we shall get back into what is happening with the matter of mathematics, the principles of mathematics science, and we shall proceed.
Grammarly helps make your writing clear and concise, no matter where you are. Compose a cover letter.
Ahead of time, or entrepreneur, who some people say is the father of my opinion. But clearly, if you're more familiar with the work of the Cushitic kings in the 25th dynasty, you become even more familiar with the fact that the ancient Egyptians always viewed their divine force as one single being. In fact, as we talk about the 25th dynasty, there's a really wonderful description of the divine power in ancient Egypt that has been recorded on what most people call the Shabaka stone. Shabaka is one of the Isuki, or pharaohs, as you may have heard commented on today, who comes forth from south of Egypt, of Canaan. And as he becomes the ruler of ancient Canaan, he decides that he's going to do something very curious for someone that what most people consider a foreign leader. He's going to begin to describe Kemetic philosophy, Kemetic spirituality from its essence. And so he actually goes back to one of the documents that he considers worm-eaten. That is, when he found that it was a horrible condition. And he has it rewritten. This document is now known as the Shabaka stone, and is often the best description and the earliest description of the divine force in our world. And in that description, he describes Ptah. Ptah, this divine force that comes out of nothingness. Ptah is a creative force. And it said that he was a blacksmith. And in doing that, in the description called the creation of Ra as Ptah, we'll talk more about this in future episodes. Ptah actually whittles each of these divine forces, these principles, from Asar, or known as Osiris, or Heru, known as Horus. He whittles them together, creates them, and in doing that, he creates these divine forces that we're more familiar with. And at the end of this entire description, he goes back and reminds us that each of them are nothing but the teeth, the hands and the feet of this one divine force. So it's a really wonderful description of the one.
And when we talk about the one and many, we also have to understand the force from within. What you'll find in our show is that we spend a lot of time trying to use the Kemetic terms. It's very important to use the language of your ancestors and to make sure that you don't offend them in any way. So we tend to use some of the Greek terminology that you've heard just because it's something you're familiar with, but we'll definitely tell you the original Kemetic terms.
You can't use the language of your ancestors. The goofy Bible told your ancestors are evil. It told you to stay away from the people that taught the world everything. The damn Nubians and the damn Cometians who taught the world every damn thing. In their Bible, all they're wicked evil. So you even go to your church cursing your own ancestors, who are the most genius people on the planet. Your damn Nubians and Cometians. You go to your own goofy church cursing your own damn ancestors out, who created everything. The shit is brilliantly wicked.
With the brainwashing, you know what happens is that with the brainwashing, you find people, especially in the African context, people who do speak in the foreign languages. For example, you speaking in German, or you speaking in English, or you speaking in French. They consider themselves sophisticated. They consider themselves, what can I call it? Yeah, they consider themselves sophisticated or advanced. That is how they would say it. And if you were to speak to them, for example, people maybe who comes from a different groups, and if you were to speak to them in their native, in their original, or in their first, or in their mother tongue, or in their vernacular, they will see you as a being backward. This is a kind of...
and understand this, Spikes. Understand this. African language more superior, you know why? Because it's based on vibration. English language is a dead language, and I'm speaking dead. It has no vibration. German, which is a derivative of English, is a dead language. Has no vibration. So the African language, the way it's put into the atmosphere, had vibration. So the words would lift you up vibrationally. So it was advanced language, but you're so damn dumbed down, and when I break your fucking back wide open with that, you'll get away from me speaking your dead language of German, who's a fucking barbarian, dog raping bastard, and your derivative form of German called English, where I bust you over your head with facts and science. So if you think you're sophisticated, you're a sophisticated moron. And I'll prove it scientifically. Go ahead, Zoe.
And on top of that, I want to add that, like Keith was saying, English is a dead language. The African languages are languages of life. Let's just say it like it is. Everything in this world is duality. So if one thing is dead, the other one is alive. It's as simple as that.
Exactly.
English is the type of language that locks you into spells. It locks you into contracts that you don't even understand all of the terms. The English is used to do that type of shit. English is used by lawyers and legalese to lock you into misunderstanding agreements where you done sit there and sign some shit you don't even know what you done signed. That's what English is used for. Exactly. And I bet you African languages don't do the same damn thing. They don't use African languages to lock you into binding contracts for all of your life. Just some shit, 360-degree deals. Even after you dead, this record label or this company owns your...
They might try even get your money when you are in your coffin. And when you were teaching Swahili, sometimes back on the network, you have to realize that, for example, when it comes to vulgarity, even the vulgarity is lacking in Swahili. Of course, over time, words have been made up, and these words have been made up so that, after people have considered themselves sophisticated, now trying to put some vulgarity in the Bantu languages. But initially, the language was not, vulgar or cursing, and it was just a beautiful language. Nonetheless, let me share a bit more, please, and then we shall
say that that's God. In the Kemetic faith, we call it Inter, or you might have heard of it Necher or Neteru. There's several ways of pronouncing it. But you'll find in the ancient language, what some of you may have heard is hieroglyphics. We call the Medu-Neta, or the Utu Inter. Is that since vowels weren't used that frequently in the language, that just like in any language, you have a dialect. There are people who may have pronounced it with different letters, different vowels. So you'll see that there are different pronunciations. For the purpose of this show, when we refer to God, we are using the term inter. So the inter is the divine creative force. That's the force that rules all things. And when we talk about all things and the divine creation within self, what we're saying is that the Creator is everything. And that includes humans, that includes animals, that includes plants, that includes all things. And that one can be a divine force. What you also need to realize is that when we talk about inter, that force is both female and male. So the divine force in itself, in the spelling of the word, the T being the feminine principle and the R being the masculine principle, we are discussing our Creator as both masculine and feminine. So when you're looking at your Creator, you're looking at yourself. And that's one important thing to realize when you're talking about the spiritual force.
That's a really good description. Those of you who become familiar with the show will really enjoy everybody's descriptions of the language. I mean, she is one of the few people that is actually able to speak the language. And so we're going to go in depth into language in future episodes as well. Just want to add another point with the force.
But that's exactly true, Lando. All Africans come out, Paul said, all African languages come out of Africa because African was the one who created the alphabet. Everybody like say, oh no, Sumer knows that they were black too, but it came out of Africa before it went to Sumer. And they said, oh no, it was the Sumerians who were black too. No matter how many times y'all make them white, they didn't even exist. All alphabets started in Africa. So that's why I try to tell Spikes, all languages are African. All of them. All of them have bases in African because you only can create an alphabet one time. You can add some other shit to it, some other goofy words. You got 26 letters, one has 24. But the original alphabet is African. And it was the African who designed Greek language. Because the Greeks was illiterate. That's why I told you, Hebrew is Greek, created by the Commission. They created the language to go with the damn dialect. I mean, created the alphabet, the language to go with their dialect, so they can read, so they can read the worthless ass shit and write in the worthless ass shit. So we understand that. And imagine I get a dumbass African trying to feel elitist to me, speaking German or fucking English. I love you, rabbit ass face. You are a moron. You're moronic. That's exactly, and I know you're moronic. You're the fifth speaking language. That came from that came from and you don't know real history. You are a moron. And I will test your blue black ass.
You're breaking up on your end, but I got that particular final piece, and you disagree with the people are considering themselves really sophisticated by using other foreign languages. There was some time we're talking about even the Chinese language. You know, saying from Sudan, we do have Sudanese people who do get that the words are shared, and they do know that it has also come from the continent of Africa.
I always enjoy talking about but now known as Heru Emanket, or Heru on the Horizon.
We know. When we talk about good shit, you'll cut it off. Okay, damn it, that's the end of that video.
Sorry, what? Come on,
I know what the hell they talking about.
That was a little bit of some of the seven principles, some of the principles, basic principles with ancient Egypt.
Yeah, we know it's a strange noise, B.O.B. We know it's a strange noise. Spikes has been doing black magic. He's trying to go in and out of dimension. So with him casting spells, it's making that noise. He's changing the vibrational level in Nairobi, trying to go interdimensional on us. So, he's trying to work out all the kinks.
We should have the
That's an alternator. That's a vehicle alternator y'all hearing.
Let me get a comment from the family. I do see precise 158. No, let me get the comment from precise 158. He's saying my girl, her rebellion about polygamy is in fucking another beat. That's her words. That is what he said. Also, he said she told that. Let me see if I get this right now. She told that she got two uncles. She told me that I'm presuming that is what she's supposed to. She told me that she got two uncles with her 4 wives each. As soon as I brought up, I can have another girl. Shit went real quick. Shit went left real quick. Polygamy in the African context is allowed. I do believe also when you were talking a little bit earlier, you were saying that the number of women is going to, it's like, I don't know the ratio, I don't know the exact ratio, sort of community that you might be in, but right here in Africa, you will find that maybe about maybe 5 women for every 1 man. I would think maybe that would be the ratio for 5 women. I'm not deciding about that. So polygamy, I think
because everything formed first is always a woman first, always. Every embryo is always a woman before it becomes a man. And so then the body decides whether it's going to make it a man or a woman. But every embryo starts off as a female.
For Sister Nisha, see, I don't speak for all women. Just myself, I'm not sharing a period, and I make that known. But there are women who have no problem with that unless we are going to both practice polygamy and polyandry. And I see, I don't know where the commission came, but farmers fights and I keep trying to make alter program.
I don't know. I wouldn't want no 2 women. You imagine having 2 women arguing at your time, or 3 women arguing. Spike would go great message. Spike got 3 women and I was arguing at his ass. God damn it, Spike! You ain't take out the trash. Why you ain't wash the car? You no good bastard. Go ahead,
I'm just saying that the way that they have contaminated our relationships as far as black men and black women, shit, you lucky if you can find 1 person that's gonna act right, let alone 2 or 3. Shit.
You get 2 or 3 acting crazy and shit. Yeah. Why you made love to me? Well, I'm tired tonight. You made love to her ass yesterday. I need some loving, damn it.
Yeah. How come you care about her orgasm? You at least get her the orgasm with me. You don't even care. Type of shit.
You be dialing it in. She told me about she went around dancing on cloud 9. I told her to get her ass in there and wash them damn dishes. She's the 3rd wife. She went ahead dancing on cloud 9. I'm all, my coochie ain't been touched in weeks. Hell's going on?
How come you tossing her salad and won't even touch my cookies?
I can't hear you, Spike. Your sound
gone. I can't hear you, Spike.
Are you gonna mute? Did you mute yourself, Spike?
Oh, I forgot I already muted myself. I was saying I know men right here in Africa that have married about even 20 wives, and I didn't know how they were handling that because that would be a whole lot of stress, just trying to figure out what's going on. And but nonetheless, yesterday I meant to share a video. There was this video I meant to share yesterday. And this has to do with the excuse of people trying to date outside the race. And also apart from that, there have been some pictures that have come up. These have been said also to be pictures of our people who going now to do the wedding. They are called the wedding, the plantation wedding. Sorry, the plantation weddings. But I mentioned this yesterday. I also happened to see something else that's going on. This is really disrespect to the spirit of our ancestors as well. When people go.
Excited. What the fuck? That's a good idea for us. Engagement photos. What the fuck? What the fuck? These people excited. What the fuck?
Hold the fuck up. Is this a nigga marrying a white girl in a plantation?
Yeah, that's.
I don't know what this is. What we looking at?
I done seen it all. I done seen it all now.
So
What the hell are we looking at? What is this, Spike?
these are photos supposedly of a brother getting married. These are wedding photos. Those are wedding photos of the brother getting married to the lady in a plantation. The plantation weddings. You know, I have heard people talking about. You know, it makes them happy, or it gives them some sort of a pride. Really going to have the photos there. For the previous cases,
This has probably already been said.
for the previous cases I did hear were with black couples. But I still do wonder, of all the other places people could go and conduct their weddings, why anyone who decide that they want to go and have their wedding, or even their wedding done in the plantation, I do believe that is a good disrespect also to the people that are, of course, that were killed.
I don't know. I can't understand what Spike's saying because the audio's so bad. I don't know what this video is about. I don't know what the hell was going on. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, Keith?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so it's a video of a coon ass nigga marrying some white girl. They had their wedding at a plantation, at a slave plantation somewhere down south.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! You can't tell me you just don't know Caribbean coons and Africans. This nigga's the whole coon. What the hell?
Yes.
Yeah, I bet that this Israel must get out of the field day with this. Yeah, I believe. Look at the weak ass black man and his Becky. He's on a slave plantation and she's wanting to whip his ass and he's down his knees. It's no good slavery, nigga. I can't do her voice no more. My voice is gone. This nigga is no good. And this is how the black man is. He's weak and useless. I can't do my Cynthia G voice. The black man is weak and useless and sorry. And marry his Becky on a planet. He's a broken buck. This broken black buck. And bending over this white woman and happy, smiling. This no good Negro. That's the black man, black women. He's weak and sorry and feckless. Go ahead, Mike.
What happens is that people will excuse all sorts of awkward behavior and find a way to get away with it. But of course, this brother was also talking about something that happened. You know, when people are trying to find out or make these excuses. And I agree with him. This is what he had to say.
But the weakest links in the black community are people who decide to stop dating black people altogether because of bad experiences that they've had with black people in their past relationships. Especially if they decide that the alternative is just to start dating white people exclusively. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I would much rather risk getting cheated on by a black person.
I'm eyes are gone global. That shit crazy.
You got it. It's also especially weird because these
what happened to his mama and that shit today? Did his mama and that shit? Yeah, mama station. Like you doing what? Mama would have hit me in my damn mouth talking that shit.
in black people because of the behavior of a few of us. But then when you mention how racist white people can be, suddenly it's not all of them. We shouldn't generalize. Very weird. Very coonish. This has probably already been said. Community stop dating black people altogether because of bad experiences they've had with black people in their past relationships. Especially if they decide that the alternative is just to start dating white people exclusively. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I would much rather risk getting cheated on by a black person than have to be cordial with someone's racist grandparents at every family gathering. It's also especially weird because people
who will write off black women, black men, black
exactly. Those guys deal with their racist family.
Then we mention how racist.
Don't worry
white
about my
people
grandmother. Don't like
are.
it. She's gonna say my grandmother's gonna say some weird stuff don't mind my grandmother. She's gonna call you nigger a bunch of times, but don't mind it. I'm okay with it. Don't worry. I've been called nigger before. I'm okay with it. Now,
What is that?
Catherine, we don't make chicken and watermelon. Like,
That is of course the excuse. The excuse that will be there. But nonetheless, even as we get closer to winding up, there has been these particular video over these Alabama City leader, quote unquote leader, and this is in Tarrant, Alabama. A white city leader captured on video using a racial slur towards black people during a council meeting, said he wouldn't apologize and might run for mayor. You know, and he might get voted. The funny thing is that he might get voted, but I do not know. The Tarrant City Council member Tommy Bryant told news outlets that his use of the nigger word on Monday night reflected something the city's black mayor Wayman Newton had said during an earlier private meeting. Standing up from his council seat during a public session and referring to a black female council member Veronica Freeman, Bryant asked, "Do we have a house nigger in here?" Some in the audience's does at his use of the phrase, which was broadcast on a Facebook Live, and Freeman left crying, but Bryant was unapologetic. I do think this is also weak. She left crying because she was called the N-word, but the city leader says that he will not be quitting after using racist word.
I want to share a story with you all that's kind of pertinent to this. So there's some individuals that I supervise, and they're all Mexicans, you know, and they refer to each other as nigga. They be at work saying, "Oh, hey nigga, this nigga, that nigga." All the time they saying nigga, but they talking to other Mexicans and referring to one another as nigga, right?
Yeah,
so I tell these motherfuckers, I say, you know, that word don't offend me when I hear nigga, and I actually gave them the origin of the word nigga, connecting it to Naga and Negus and all of this and Niji. So I'm telling them about, it really means king. It means royalty. You know what I'm saying? That this is a word that has African origin. And it's because of the Germanic accent and Germanic people not being able to pronounce it correctly is where we get the word nigger from. So I'm telling them this and that. Yeah. So you know what? Ever since I told these motherfuckers the truth on the word nigger, they don't even say the word nigger no more.
Yeah, because I don't want to call these black motherfuckers kings and royalty. Exactly right. And damn the Naga. I call him a no good dirty bitch now. You no good dirty, hey, damn the Naga. Damn the nigga no more. I thought nigga was derogatory. I didn't know it came from them back in the day. Be called Nagas. Exactly. And they couldn't pronounce Naga correctly, which meant king, royalty. Became nigga. Exactly. Oh, no, damn that shit.
So if they do it has anything to do with that royalty, they will not want to use that particular part.
It's absolute psychotic hatred of black people because they were created that way. Because their hatred towards us doesn't make any sense. I used to have to understand why they hate us so much. What's the hatred about? I was like the guy who, I was like that FedEx driver. What's with the hate? Why they hate us so much? Why? He spit on me and told me, hey, nigga, get out my neighborhood. Why the hate? Why they hate us so much? Oh. Why they hate us so much? We done nothing but try to love these people. And I was just trying to deliver my package. And he said, nigga, get out the neighborhood and spit on me. So, you know, we don't understand the hate. These people were created to hate us in a way that's psychopathic and natural hate. And it's a jealousy factor must be a human being or not. It's just it's a visceral thing for them to hate us. You have to understand. If you don't understand white supremacy, it will confuse you from anybody. Like I said, you'll be sitting there trying to deliver a package. Hey, sir, I got your package. You dirty nigga. Get out of my neighborhood and spit on you. Why? What the hate? I'm trying to bring you your package and say I love you too. I hate niggas too. I know I'm a nigga, but I hate them too. Don't you understand? I hate them too. Why? What's it all the hate? I don't understand it. Go ahead,
Hey, Keith, who was that? Who was that motherfucking coon that was double speaking? You said you saw that. It was either you or Spikes come in the app in the WhatsApp when I put that in there. This coon talking about slavery wasn't about racism, even though it was only black people that was enslaved.
But I might have been Spikes. I don't think it was me. I didn't see it.
It was a Fox interview. It was actually an interview on Fox, and there was these particular coon was talking about it was black people that were put in slavery, but it had nothing to do with the rest initially. That is what he was talking about. I think I shared that particular video last week. He was saying that he really slavery had now just a thing, and everyone was getting enslaved, so it really had nothing to do with race. But I was just another page. I do believe he was paid. He was really just a paid Negro went to do the interview, and he was talking this kind of a nonsense.
Yeah, all kind of double speak. Like, motherfucker, how it didn't have nothing to do with race, but it was only one race affected. The fuck is you talking about?
It wasn't even making any sense. It wasn't making any sense because first and foremost, it's only one people being enslaved. So how then was it not arresting? This is him. I shared these are. Was not found at all. This is what was going on with that whole situation.
America was not founded on racism. Now, don't get me wrong, yeah, there was slavery going on, but slavery itself was not initially a racist thing. It never was about race initially. So to sit there and take it like America was founded on racism is a complete lie. Yeah, there was slavery going on, but slavery was going on.
They always put their coons on TV to talk shit.
America was not founded on
You can always find a Negro coon to put on regular on Fox News. But slavery wasn't bad. No, we loved it. We love being raped and fucked in the ass, and we like working for free, and our families broken up. You selling my daughter as like cattle. I had a daughter and you sold her. I never seen her again because I didn't know what, you changed the name. I didn't know how to find her. Yes, we loved it. It wasn't that bad.
You use my 2-week-old baby for alligator bait, motherfucker. I mean, come on.
But I do believe he was put there to just go and do whatever he was doing. I think that is what he was put there to go say, and he was just another confused. But I do believe, yes, Malcolm X had also said about people like this who come up and throw you under the bus in the first to go and
You mean Precise said some damn Jamaican nigga was crying from for some so-called called him a nigga. Saying, hey man, my wife is Mexican. I don't understand the hatred. I married a taco eating motherfucker. Why so much hate?
Oh, let me tell y'all. Oh, Keith, Spikes, family, please. Let me tell you. From inside the spook that's set by the door. Let me tell y'all the type of bullshit that really goes on, and I'm sure y'all gonna all be able to just echo every damn thing I'm saying. But so I got this little fucking supervisor shit. They promoted this 17-year-old Mexican boy at the same time they promoted me. This motherfucker don't even wipe his ass good, and I mean that. You can smell his nasty. Didn't wipe his ass right when he walked by every damn time. The motherfucker don't come to work clean. He got dirty clothes, everything. He's stupid as shit. He don't know how to plan because when you supervising, you got to know what's coming ahead. You got to pick up on the pattern, the rhythm of every day, every Monday, every Tuesday. It's gonna be different, or it might be the same. Every Monday is the same as every Wednesday, or whatever the hell. So with that being said, all of these Mexicans at the job, they'll help him out. Like whenever he needs some assistance, they'll jump to help him, to keep him from looking bad, even though he's incompetent. Meanwhile, every damn thing I gotta do it on my own. Not that I need anybody to help me on anyway, but I don't get no damn assistance. This motherfucker get 10, 12 people running to help him, and I'm running around there trying to scramble with like 2, 3 people to do the same damn job. And then I'm held to the same standard when I got like a fraction of the assistance. So this is the type of shit that goes on. They work, they help each other. Like everybody is unified against us. We already know this. But to the degree, a lot of times we might fall asleep. We might be letting it go by like, oh, everybody's the same. We're all cool. We ain't cool. We have no friends. We have nothing but enemies. And we need to understand that. That's why the funny thing is some of the individuals who resist me the hardest are black employees. I'm sitting here coming up to them I'm like, yo, I'm really working for us, man. I want you to understand that. But they can't understand that because they got this crab in the barrel mentality because they really think just like the damn cracker. They think just like the cracker. They just look like me.
Yep. Nigga, you ain't got no, we ain't trying to help you get ahead. You over us now. We ain't got nothing to do with you, punk. You do, trying to get us to do some work for your ass. We're not trying to help you. You no good, dirty nigga. You like us. You black. You supposed to be on the bottom and all fucked up like us. Just shut up. Damn.
Yeah. They swear I gotta be a sellout in order to be where I'm at. You know, they don't understand. I'm not no damn sellout. I don't walk around here talking white and shit. And you get a bunch of people. They get around white people. They lose their accent. They go to hi, how are you guys doing today? They go to talking all prim and proper and stupid shit.
Yeah,
I don't do that.
That's when you get the two-faced. That's when you get the two-faced Negro. He's talking slang at home and he's all prim and proper with English at work. Of course, Bob, I'll have your statistics there later.
Hey, when he talking to his homeboys them at home and everything, get that thing,
back that thing up, girl. Do what you be doing and stuff. Back that thing up.
Yeah, they do have two sets. They have two sets of the way they talk. You know, they have two sets of how they talk, and anyhow, it's crazy. We are in our family. Like I was saying earlier, it's important that we get to go.
Yeah, what's up, fam? I'm gonna come back on later tonight. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm gonna come back on later tonight though. I ain't been on late night in a while.
I set my phone on 2 pounds of frozen hamburger, and it's been working right. As I think cooling the phone down and putting it on some of this damn evil vibrational beef got this shit working right.
See, your phone be heating up when you're on the app too. Don't your phone be heating up? My phone be heating up when I'm on this app.
That's why I think they send some type of shit through there to make that shit heat up because they get way too damn hot. And it be using up battery quick as shit.
That's what I told Mitch. They don't understand it. Use your battery up quick as shit. You gotta get a different phone. I got a new damn phone. Shit, it be all hot.
I was at 100%. I've been having my phone plugged up the whole time I've been on. My shit 2%, right? I'm at 2%. I've been plugged up the whole damn time.
I'm telling them my phone be plugged up and shit. And the motherfucker going because it be hot as hell. The thing is, phone overheated. It's like I'm be gone in a minute. I'm overheating and my back.
I don't know what's going on now with the gadget, but I want to thank everyone. Same thing with construction. So they expect me to do everything, but the tackle motherfuckers can be lazy and don't know shit. It's crazy. out here, and also Precise agrees with Zoe 100%. Vanessa family when enough, and I have to thank Sister Thomas and also Sister Nish Penda, General Mosquito, Shepherd Simona, Precise 158, the brother Lando Winter, General Mosquito, and Sister Monique from California, and also Zoe and Keith for being with us on the broadcast as well. And
I do got a high. Several tell us about high-end phones. I do got a high-end phone. I got the latest Galaxy phone. Yeah, you talk about we do buy high-end phones. We ain't running with no Huawei. We don't run around with no Huawei shit like they got in there.
I got the first iPhone, motherfucker. What you talking about?
That's your action. That's your action.
Jeffo talking shit because he looted a goddamn iPhone store in damn South Africa last week.
No, he's a phone plug. He's a phone plug right there.
Jeffo looted some iPhone and some Samsung shit last week. That's why he's talking shit about getting high quality phones. He done looted some phones and shit. Got a house full of phones, but there's no good ass.
Nevertheless, family, thank you so much for right here on the blog.
Jeff out there getting us some damn phones. Yeah, we fight for Zuma. Hey man, let's get all this Apple product and shit. Let's get all this shit. Yeah, it's fucked up what they did to Zuma. Or Duma. What's his name? Duma. Yeah, Duma. Free Duma, goddammit. Goddamn Shepard got a pallet of damn Samsung and Apple products. Yeah, fuck with these motherfuckers. These so good them Zungos are doing the Duma. No, brother's name is Zuma. Jacob Zuma. Yeah, like I said, Duma. Bob Duma. Give me these damn phones. Shout out to Bob Duma.
What was the name of that guy? What was the name of that guy was making the animations? Was it Calito? I think it was Calito. He should make one for Shepo Simono. Showing off his high-end phones. Yeah, I think his name was Calito. There was a channel that didn't have a Calito that put out some animations
Shepo got a milk crate of Franklin phones over there. Motherfucking iPhone screens on Galaxies and shit.
Shep out there looting shit, talking about please high quality phone. We ain't got time to loot shit. I'm gonna get Spike to go looting shit in Nairobi. They'll lock him up, but I get him out. I get him out for $10.
That's what was going on with
the kids doing yeah, send the fam some iPhone. Shit, don't try to hoard the shit you looted, Chepo. You gotta share the loot.
There has to be equitable distribution. Other thing is, you might even be having anything that you might have taken, then black people will be splitting on you to them Zungu in South Africa. But anyhow, family, we shall continue tomorrow. on the broadcast. Much peace and love to you. See you tomorrow.
I tell you, boy, Negroes ought to say no matter where you go, South Africa, he gets some new looted shit, talking shit. Hey, buy high quality phones. You know, good bastard. You see my looted shit?
He probably walked around there with one of them 8-pound brick phones from New Jack City.
Shepherd out there just looting shit. I got me a new iPhone, damn it.
So that's
new Samsung. I got the newest Galaxy bastard.
That's definitely another high-end phone. But
yeah, that's right. The malls are empty as hell. I love it. Good. I'm glad the Africans stole all that shit. You got some dumb Africans bringing the shit back. Oh, we sorry. And this is the African mind is fucked up. You got some Africans bringing back the TVs, and they being told, why did you steal it? Why should everybody else steal it? And I was hungry. I stole a bag of rice, and I'm sorry because I didn't want to. I didn't want white Jesus to be upset with me and go to hell. I was like, what the fuck?
don't know.
That
I don't know if
sounds
anyone.
about right.
Yeah, Spike. Yeah, Spike. There's a video circulating of the South Africans bringing some shit back, talking about they didn't want to go to hell because of white Jesus saw 'em.
Those cannot be helped. Those cannot be helped.
Jimbo said, fuck white Jesus. I got my iPhones and Galaxy niggas. I'm selling them at half price. Come get them. I got some South African rand. I want my iPhone delivered, Chepo, goddammit. I got some South African rand for your ass.
I'm trying to get my other instrumental, but I send Spikes and iMac a laptop.
That's right.
Let me
Then Spike the iMac laptop. That's right. We gotta get a new laptop, Chepo. We need to get Spike the new good shit.
Chepo is a plug.
Good shit.
Chepo is a plug. He has all those Apple gadgets. He has all those Apple gadgets in South Africa. Nonetheless, family, make sure you catch us tomorrow and also subscribe.
Much love, family. If you need an iPhone and a new Galaxy and a MacBook, see Chepo. He gonna get us. He gonna cut us a deal. Damn it. You know when black people get shit, they don't want to cut you no deal.
Let me give Chepo a break.
Peace, family.
Peace, family. Yeah, Chepo whole house new as shit. That's right. New furniture, new tennis shoes. He got the new Air Force Jordan, Air Force Ones, all kind of shit up in there. Look at Spike's moral ass shaking his head. I just don't know what's gonna happen. Much love, family. Oh God.
And Kid will be back later on, so make sure to catch him also later on the live. I'm hoping that he will be able to get back later on. But till tomorrow, for me, this is the African Edition. I hope to see you tomorrow all the same time.
Shit, they got me crazy. I didn't never know. I was raised by the shit, so I gotta be down with the hood. Too much stuff I think your watch, they got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated dude with money on my mind. Got my pen in my hand and the pen in my eye. I'm a coke got rich, straight to the bank. And my homie is bad, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, yeah, man, nothing but a heartbeat away. I feel the night to a guy. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I never see 24? So maybe if it's going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the one we heard are you and me?